I watched this match, and I just watched Shawn Michaels work. This guy was absolutely unbelievable. And this match on this show, I believe, was Shawn Michaels in his absolute physical prime.
Oh, great
Because
point.
his next pay-per-view is when he destroys his back versus The Undertaker. Then he does WrestleMania, destroys his back worse, and then he's gone for years. And then, he finally he's able to come back, but he works differently and he works smarter. And he had, if you look at like the quality of his matches after he came back, if you're looking at like which match had 4 stars or whatever, he had more great matches after he came back. But as a worker, as an athlete, this was the absolute pinnacle of Shawn Michaels. And, Ken Shamrock had wrestled in the 80s for a while. He was a pro wrestler before he became an MMA fighter. He was Vince Torelli, which is where Vinny V got the name Shoulders Torelli because his name was Vince. So we stole that. But he'd done a little bit of wrestling. And then obviously he went into shoot fighting, went into UFC, left and went to pro wrestling. So it wasn't like he was coming in with no experience. He'd wrestled before. He'd been trained, but he was green.
It had been 13 years, right? Am I correct in between stints?
I think so, yeah. But he'd had a lot of, he went into this match, and it's not like today where you get Logan Paul, you guys work on a match, you get everything move for move, you do the whole shebang. They went in here and they called this match in the ring. And they probably had some stuff there at the end that was choreographed, but you could just watch this match, and it's like Shawn is calling every spot. And he's calling this and he's calling that. And he is carrying this guy to such it's like I was blown away when I watched this match as a kid. I watched it again now. I was like, my God, this guy is the greatest. And he sold and he sold and he sold and he cut him off and he gave him the comeback. And the other thing that about this the whole show, okay, that people have forgotten because nobody does this anymore, is in the old days, babyface does the shine, gets cut off, heel gets the heat, and then always before the comeback, it was the long rest hold. And I think fans didn't understand the rest hold. They just hated a chin lock or whatever. But it was always you would do a long rest hold. The babyface would fight out and make a comeback because they had a minute to rest to get ready for this big comeback.
You got to get the crowd coming out.
Rest hold leading to the comeback. You never do that anymore. But, he makes this big comeback, and then, they had the stupid finish or whatever. But I thought Shawn was incredible in this match. He was in incredible shape, which probably was more than just being in the gym at that time.
Yeah, probably.
But because I think his back was bothering him a little. And so it wasn't purely cosmetic. I think there were probably things that he was doing to try to help with his back. But still, he was so great in this match.
He threw himself at the ground for a living.
What was that?
He throws himself at the ground for a living at this point in his life. You know
his bumps were great. His selling was great.
We talked about the mat earlier. He takes that pop-up power bomb at the end of this match, and you could just see him flat back, and like there's not even a bounce to it. He just as a thud.
You brought up spit spot, the little thing you never see anymore. You guy punches him and his spit goes flying. Shawn did that in every match. Nobody does that anymore. He was so fast. Like now you watch like Nathan Frazier, for example, or Braun Breaker. They're selectively fast. Actually, Braun Breaker is selectively fast. Frazier tries to go fast all the time. But the problem is he goes so fast that things get all messed up.
Yeah.
Shawn is in there with Ken Shamrock, a green guy. This guy is so fast, but he's not too fast for for Shamrock.
And he's not running the high spots either. He's being fast. He's making things count.
Yes, he was at his physical greatest in this match right here on this pay-per-view. And then Doom is about to strike.